Recording is on.
Okay, so good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the Uni Community Hours, the May edition. My name is Raul Osuna. I am one of the release engineers of Uyuni. And the agenda for today is going to be, first of all, speak about the new release of Uyuni 2025.05 that is about to be published. Then I am very happy to be sharing the presentation today with all of our Google Summer of Code students, Ahmed, Saiwen, and Katie. And they will be presenting what they will be doing for their projects, with the only remark that Casey is located in Seattle and it is still nighttime there. So I have a recording from there from her that I will be playing. And last but not least, after the presentation of the projects, our colleague Welder will be presenting the current status of OpenAPI evaluation. So let's get started. First of all, Uyuni 2025-05, what's new? So yes, you will be saying finally a new release. We haven't had any release since Christmas in 2024.12. Um, we have struggled a lot to create this release, and actually it has not been released yet. It is about but to be done, but we found some monitoring CVEs in Prometheus, Grafana, all the sporters and everything, and we are dealing with that, and this is not fully done. um, I already shared some highlights in the previous community hours, but apart from what I shared there, some other new additions are role-based authentication control, RBAC, that there is going to be a separate database container for the Postgres database, um, Ansible integration enhancements, a little bit related to the database container, the backup and restore support has been improved, and there is a new tool for that, MGR ADM backup. And in all this time, there was already the support for SUSE Linux Enterprise 15 SP7 for all the family. Added. It is this version is not released yet, but it's already available as beta, so the enablement is there. And as I said, plenty of CVEs addressed, especially regarding the monitoring stack. I'm not sure whether in the last community hours. No, we didn't. But I didn't write it in the slides. But you may have seen in the announcement mailing list and also in the website that we did publish a patch addressing some CVEs in late April, if I am not mistaken. So just as a reminder of this, and if you didn't know about that and you want to install it now, even before the release is available, you can do it now, and it is documented in the website in the section that says patches. And I would say that's all regarding the new Uyuni release. And as said, I hope that this is released very soon. And we don't usually release on a Friday, but expect it anytime after that. Any questions from the audience? Anything? Let me check the chat. Okay, we can come back to this when all the presentations are done anyway. So next would be the presentation of Google Summer of Code projects. And the first one is from Ahmed, using AI to help speed up pull request test. So Ahmed, stage is yours.
Thank you, Raul. Let me, 1 second. Let me share screen. Okay, can everyone hear me, see me, and see the screen?
Everything perfect. Thank you, Ahmed.
Okay, great. First of all, sorry about the the video and audio quality. I just finished an exam at university and just ran to the nearest co-working space, so yeah, that's why. 1 second. Okay, this does look a bit smaller than usual. Okay, let's just okay. Can you see it now? I'll just move along the slides as they are, since I don't know why the present is being a bit weird. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, both options are okay. Abid, you want to say anything?
No.
Okay. So most of you, I believe, heard that recently, like 3 new Google Summer of Code contributors joined Uyuni. So some of you might be wondering, like, first of all, some of you might be wondering what is Google Summer of Code, and also some of you might be wondering who are these people and what will they be working on. So I'm one of the new 3 Google Summer of Code contributors that joined Uyuni. I'm very happy to be here. And in this very brief presentation, I'll be potentially describing what Google Summer of Code is and explaining who I am and what I'll be working on this summer. Okay, so does anyone here not know what Google Summer of Code is? If you didn't mentor with OpenSUSE or Uyuni, you probably don't. Like, it's normal if you don't know what is it. So if anyone doesn't know, just raise your hand and I'll very briefly explain what it is. Okay, seems like there's no need for me to explain it. Okay, cool. Okay, so we'll skip this. Oh, okay, we'll leave it like that, I guess. Okay, so hi, I'm Ahmed, or you can also call me Akaiz if you'd like. I believe they're both hard to pronounce, so you can choose whatever you prefer. Both are fine. I was a previous. First, I'm 21, and I'm currently in my 3rd year in computer science, and I'm from Egypt. I'm born and raised here. Of course, the photo on the left has nothing to do with Egypt, but yeah, I'm from Egypt. Okay, so I'm a previous Google Summer of Code participant last year. I contributed with another organization called Synfig. They work in 2D animation software. I contributed on 2 projects like related to DevOps and Linux and stuff like that. Also, a fun fact about me: I'm generally very curious about almost everything. Like just as an example, the first thing I did when I saw the project that I got accepted for, that I'll discuss later in the presentation. But generally, the first thing I did when I saw Uyuni and SUSE and all that, the first thing I wanted to know was how to pronounce SUSE and Uyuni and what are the origins of the names. So yeah, that's just as an example of, I'm usually like this with generally everything. So also another fun fact, I love low-level courses. Operating system is like my favorite course ever in university. And I also like machine learning. I like theoretical stuff and like studying and all that. Also, fun fact, I love cool computer science applications. Like the one related to this project is automation and DevOps. I like automating things in general. Okay, so moving on to the project I'll be working on. The project is about AI-driven test selection and pull request tests. The general idea is very simple. Currently, there's a bit of a noise coming out from someone. I don't know if that's from me or from someone else. Okay, never mind. Let's continue. Currently, when you create a new pull request, most of the pull request tests run. Usually, they take approximately around an hour to run. This project aims to, based on previous pull requests, currently we have the previous pull requests and the test results that happened when they were ran on these pull requests. So we have these 2 things, pull requests and test results. We have a lot of them, so the project is like, we analyze the previous pull requests and their corresponding test results, and we train an AI for later pull requests. When a new pull request is created, it will create a smaller subset. It will choose a smaller subset of tests, and we'll run them on this pull request. So instead of like currently running 200 tests or 200 tests on each pull request, no, after this project, we'll run around like 50 tests that were specifically chosen for this pull request that have the highest probability of making this pull request fail or detecting an issue. So the idea, like the end result, is that we'll increase developer productivity by making pull requests take less time. since we run less tests. So if it takes an hour, we could potentially make it take 15 minutes, and also decrease infrastructure costs, since these pull requests run on GitHub Actions servers and they take processing time. So when you run less tests, you decrease these costs. And finally, we'll also maintain not letting bugs get into the master branch. We'll maintain reliability and coverage. So yep, so that's basically, so the idea that we'll use AI. Currently, the tests are like the car on the left side. They're reliable. They're already fast, but we want to use AI to make them like a ton faster, just a lot faster, and still maintain reliability. So that's the idea. Thank you. That I think was pretty fast. I believe so. So thank you. I'm very happy to be here, and I'm very excited. And if anyone has any questions regarding or want to discuss anything, please let me know.
Yeah, so other than welcome and thank you, and nothing from me. And Oscar is around, he's the mentor, he will be working with him. So, do you have any question regarding what Ahmed will be doing or anything you want to comment on?
Yep. I forgot to mention. I wrote this in the notes, but I forgot. I would like to thank Oscar a lot for for projects in Google Summer of Code. For people, yeah, most of you know what Google Summer of Code is. So you search for projects and project ideas, and you apply for the ones you're interested in. Oscar is the one that found the idea. It's actually based on a research paper published by past Facebook engineers. So Oscar is the one that found the idea, and he wrote it very nicely in the GitHub issue. So that's what got me excited about it. So I wanted to mention that, but I forgot. So I thought I'd mention it.
Thank you, Helmet. Yep,
Yep. If anyone has any questions, let me know.
I think you explained very well, and yeah, I'm looking forward for what we can achieve with this.
Okay, so thanks to you both, and yeah, excited to see what's coming next for Uni. Anyone else want to say anything about this project? There is a comment. Yeah, a lot of good reactions in the chat, Ahmed. So yeah, people are very happy with what's coming. So I would say let's go with the next one. That is going to be extract and containerize Unisalt event processor. That is going to be presented by Siwen. Stage is yours.
Hi. Okay. Now I can share. Let me share.
We can hear you, and
You can hear?
even see you
Okay.
as well.
Okay. Cool. Let me share my screen. Okay. Can you see that?
Yeah, we can see your screen as well.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Xiwen. And thank you, Ahmed. I think I like your slides. Okay. Thank you for the warm welcome. I'm very glad to have the chance to introduce me here. Okay.
I just wanted to react. Sorry about that.
Cool. I like the sound effect. Okay. I'm very glad to be here and have the chance to introduce myself and also my project for this summer. I'm going to work on the project as shown here, and it's track and containerize uyuni-salt event processor out. So this project is no, sorry. I'm going to work on this project and in this summer, and I think this is a part of the larger process of migrating Uni into a containerized environment. I saw all the YouTube record last year, and I think this process started from last year. And this project I think is a part of it. And okay, a little bit about myself. So I am Simon Chen, and I came from a very different background from coding. I was a therapist before coding, and I'm now based in New York. I have a very different career before, and why I got into coding, it was because I got exposed to coding while doing some project in overlap with neuroscience and also application development with my friend. And I got very interested in coding, so I got myself into a program to study computer science in Georgia Tech, and now I'm a student there. But I study remotely. That's why I'm based in New York. And okay, and this is my first ever open source project experience, and it was really eye-opening to see so many active and supportive open source communities through GSOC. And Uyuni is definitely one of it. When I saw the large code base of Uyuni, it was actually a little bit overwhelming at first, but because the community is very responsive and supportive during the whole applications process, so it make it very easy for me. And I would say it's a little bit overwhelmed to set up all the environment and also all the preparation work, but it was very rewarding. One of the reasons why I applied it for this project, it was because I took a distributed system course last year, and when seeing the salt event processor coding base, it was like seeing a textbook case, and it's like very beautifully returned, and I can see all the implementation that I learned from the textbook, and it's like migrated very well into the code. So that's why I applied it for this project in the first place. And I would say I would show I'm very grateful for my mentor, Cedric and Ricardo. They helped me a lot during the application process, and the whole community is very supportive, and it make it very easy. So I'm very excited to be selected for this summer and also to work for Uyuni, and I hope I can also contribute in the future, like in the long term. And that's a little bit background of me. And also now let's come back to the project. Yeah, this is a little flow chart I draw for this project. And so my project is about extracting the salt event processor out of the Tomcat server right now into a standalone service. So what is the salt event processor? Just a little bit introduction. As for now, Uyuni process thousands of salt events, and it's for system management. We have events like system update and like package installation, etc. And salt event processor is like a event bus to handle all these events. So when the events come into salt master, it will get stored into the progress, the progress SQL, and then the salt event processor will pour the events out to process it. And now this salt event processor is embedded in the Tomcat server. So it has a problem that it's like competing the resource with the web application, which is also embedded in this Tomcat server. So to address this issue, we are going to extract this salt event processor out. I'm going to decouple all the dependencies out eventually, and then to put it into a container. So and to integrate it with the Uyuni tools, and also so that we can deploy it as a independent service. So that's essentially what my project is going to do. And the ultimate goal is to add more value to the user, both in Uyuni and for other user, and to make the web application more reliable, and also to make the salt event processor more scalable based on users' need and also the infra size. Yes, and I think, yeah, that's it. I think that's all for my project. It's a very general introduction. and I'm diving into the project right now, and I have kickstarted with my mentors. I'm very interested in this project, and I really hope this project can make some impact. So yeah, I'm looking forward to collaborate with the whole community, and I'm willing to connect or talk, and even we can even take some questions and also advice from you guys. Yeah, I think that's all.
So,
Yeah,
first of all, welcome and thanks a lot for your presentation. Very good explanation of your project.
thank you.
Yeah, and as Ahmed said, we have 3 projects this year. It's a lot actually to make a comparison. I think that there are 6 projects in open source organization, and 3 of them are related to uni. So it's something to be proud about. So any question for Siwen or any comment, anything you want to share with her? Okay, it doesn't look like. So thanks a lot. And I am going. Next is support for Ubuntu Snap packages in Uyuni. And as I said, this is presented by Casey, but she's located in Seattle, and obviously it's night time there. So she was so nice to prepare a recording. So I am going to play the recording. I have done some tests and the audio was acceptable using my microphone and my speaker, but she doesn't speak very loud, so maybe you want to turn up the volume of your setup, but I am going to play everything. So let's hope nothing breaks.
Hi everyone, I'm very excited to share with you my upcoming work about the support for Ubuntu Snap package in Uyuni. And here is a brief introduction from me. My name is Casey Xu, and I'm current CS student at Georgia Tech. I live in Seattle, Washington, in Pacific time zone. And I have a dog. He is my best friend. I like to go hiking with him. And I'm really excited to be part of Google Summer of Code. And I feel very grateful for the opportunity to contribute my part for Uyuni. I'm looking forward to learn more and doing my part to support the community. So when talking about the support for Ubuntu Snap package in Uyuni, I want to get a brief introduction of the Snap. Snap is distributing, installing, and updating Linux application for easily and constantly. And Snap is becoming more and more popular, especially in the Ubuntu world. Many packages, even default app, are not being delivered by Snap instead of traditional dep file. And since we need support system to audit and patch, this change means we also need to adapt Snap. So that's why my project focuses on bringing Snap support to Uyuni, so we can continue help users manage their Ubuntu system effectively. So when talking about the goals for support for Ubuntu Snap packaging Uyuni, the first goal of my project is to install, update, and remove Snap package efficiently through Uyuni. As you can see in the web UI, I'm planning to integrate the Snap management feature in soft software package section, where user will able to view install package through the snap, checking the available update, and perform action like install or refresh, just like apt package. And another goals for me for my project is to support different snap channel, including stable, candidate, beta, and edge, so user can choose which release track they want to follow. And am also aiming to develop a solution for management snap package in air-gapped environments. When the internet, when the system has no access for internet, they could involve synchronized metadata or using Uni infrastructure to cache update. So if anything works well, user will able to install or update software through Snap directly and through Uyuni, just like they do with apt package today. So thank you. That's all my update.
Okay, so that was the presentation from Kathy. Obviously, you cannot send questions to her right now, but I believe Abid is here and he's one of the mentors. So if you have anything to comment on or to discuss, you can still ask, and either Abid or me or one of the developers can say something. But let's see. Any comments? Yes, Don?
I just wonder how much of Snap work will carry over to Flatpak. They're similar in design. Are we going to be able to use a similar kind of approach?
Yeah, Don, we haven't looked much into Flatpak side, but yes, idea is that if we could use some bits there, we will be. It's good that with RHEL 10 we already know that Flatpaks are coming, so we already conscious about that part indeed. But for now, can't tell a lot what things we can really use. But definitely there will be bits that we will be able to share between snaps and Flatpaks.
Okay, so thanks for the follow-up and the questions. Yeah, I cannot see more in the chat other than welcomes and thanks for the new developers that we got. So yeah, again, thank you for that, all you three. And I guess if there are no more questions regarding the Google Summer of Code projects, I can continue with the next part of the presentations. If you think of anything, there will be more time for questions at the end of the community hours. So next is Welder with the current status of OpenAPI evaluation. So Welder, stage is yours.
Okay, thank you, Raul. I will share my screen here. So yeah, I hope you can see it now. And today I will be presenting the current status of an evaluation that we are doing related to the use of OpenAPI for describing Uyuni HTTP API docs. So I have a brief presentation here, and then I also prepared a demo to show you. So let's see. First of all, this is the current approach for API docs we have. We describe the endpoints using Java docs. And these Java docs are parsed using some Java doclet classes and generate as an output some artifacts here in several formats, as you can see. But simplifying it a little bit, we can simplify just telling, okay, we have Java docs and we translate it to an HTML page that you see when you go to Uyuni HTTP docs web page. So we see any static HTML page. It's totally based on this Java docs and some templates we have directly in our code base using HTML. It has some pros. First of all, we have the same docs for HTTP over JSON and XML RPC. So we don't have to be describing the endpoints differently depending on the method you are going to access the API. So it's a great advantage of this format. As it's just per HTML, we have full control over the layout of the page, so it's good for branding of Uyuni. And of course, it's stable. We are using it for a long time, and everyone knows how the API is currently described, so it's battle tested. These are some examples of advantages of the current approach, but it also has some disadvantages. When describing the API using Java docs, we have no compiler validation at all. So someone can just describe it wrongly and the compiler won't say anything about the problem. And this kind of approach for describing APIs is not aligned with industry standards. I don't know other places that use any strategy like this. And it's also not compatible with modern tooling. We cannot just integrate a tool into it and start using the API. And it's also not interactive at all. It's just a static HTML. You cannot interact with it. So we are proposing to change it a little bit and use OpenAPI for providing HTTP API description. There are some advantages that I listed here, but I will go through a demo here where this is going to be more clear. But we have compiler validation, it can be interactive, it's a standard, and we have a lot of tooling integrated to it. So this is the general idea. My first attempt was just to translate the same Java docs to OpenAPI spec, writing a new OpenAPI docklet. It was feasible, but some problems. This docklet was very complex to maintain, so it was not really easy to add data models and schemas. So it started to get complicated, and also there was I just cannot be sure that the generated spec was really a valid specification, because it has no validation since it was not integrated into official tooling. So I discarded this option and started a new one. That's the current one proposal. We should translate somehow the Java docs into Swagger annotations, because with that we have compiler validation and we have guarantee that we can ensure that the specification will be a valid one. And this can be a lot of effort to translate it, but it's going to be a single run transformation, so just one shot. And if everything goes well, we shouldn't have any more tasks to do with it. First, we can use some scripts for translating, but maybe it's not so simple. It's not really defined how we are going to do it, but once we go this way, we should find a way to have Swagger annotations. Then we use a Swagger parser. I had to adapt it in my proof of concept because the official Swagger parser doesn't support Spark that we use for our Uyuni HTTP API, but just a small adaptation, then we could have it working, and we are now able to generate a validated open API spec for the endpoints that are annotation with Swagger annotations. I have some examples that did the transformation manually just for demo purpose, and I will show them. Once we have it, we can have all the stuff that OpenAPI brings. For example, we can have a Swagger UI integrated into Uyuni Web UI, as I'm going to show. We can also have at compilation time a standalone Swagger UI, so it's an HTML static page similar to the one we currently have. And we can even develop some parsing for having the same HTML page that we currently have if we decide to go this way. So this is the approach, and now it's time to demonstrate it. But it's a good time also if you have any questions. If not, I'm going just to proceed with the demo. Okay, I don't see any hands raised. So in Uyuni Web UI, we can have at runtime as we can use Swagger UI for integrating the OpenAPI specification directly here. So I separated it for namespace. I have 3 that, as I mentioned, I manually annotated with Swagger annotations. I can, for example, show you that for content management, I can use it and list the project. I don't have any project here. I can create a project really quickly. For example, project 1. It's interactive, so it's created. Now, if I go back and list projects again, I should see this project 1 I just created here. And I can also update it just for demonstrating the request body. So project 1, oops, update project is this one. Project 1, I can change, for example, the name, new name, and description as a new description. And after executing it was successful. So if I list projects again, I see it with new name and new description, and of course I can remove this project as well. Okay, and listing projects, no project here anymore. So as you can see, we have an interactive interface for the OpenAPI docs. And at build time, I also created a new target here that generates the JSON spec. As you can see here, it's pointing to a local file on my machine. It's generated when I run the script, the build script, the build target, to be more precise. This is the JSON description, and based on it, I can also have this Swagger UI docs based on the same schema that was generated at build time. So just to illustrate that, we can have it static, generated at build time, and we can have it dynamic, generated at runtime, and works really well, at least for this proof of concept limits. So yeah, that's all I had to present today. So let me know if you have questions.
Okay, thanks a lot, Welder. Ahmed has some question apparently. Go ahead.
Yep, I was gonna ask. I didn't quite catch the first approach that you did and then discarded. Can you just reiterate it again?
Sure. The first approach, as I was showing here, the current approach is having Java doclet classes that parses Java docs and generate some formats, HTML, for example. And I wrote one to also parse Java docs and generate the OpenAPI specification based on Java docs, not based on Swagger annotations. And this was problematic because I had to have a lot of regular expressions for parsing the Java docs, and also generate the types manually. The return type, for example, I didn't have any support from Swagger libraries, so I ended up creating a very complex doclet class, and with I couldn't even not be sure that the generated JSON spec was a valid one, because if I had any bug on my parsing, it could be wrong, and I had no way to validate it. Of course, I could use a validator later on, but ideally, I wanted it to be valid from beginning.
Won't like the same issues happen when converting from Javadoc to Swagger syntax? Like you need to have the same regex and the same. You need to identify the types and stuff.
Yes, if I create a script for translating Java docs to Swagger annotations, it can be bugged and just don't work. But when I use the parser from Swagger libraries, it will just not work if it's not a valid Swagger
Okay.
description. And also
Okay,
the
so
compiler will. Go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so and this is a single run transformation. If there is any bug here parsing, after that I can manually fix it, and it's fixed, and I shouldn't worry about it anymore. Right.
Okay. So the idea that this will add that, yeah, we won't generate JSON until we're sure that it's correct. That's the
Exactly.
thing that. Okay. Very nice. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, thanks for the questions. Any more questions for Welder? I don't see anything in the chat
So I
yet.
think it's back to you, Raul. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, so thanks a lot. And with that, it is time for general Q&A, or maybe some question that pop up while you were seeing the next presentation. Maybe you thought of something to comment. But if not, I do have something to share in the meantime. And let me share this different screen. And it's just a heads up or reminder in case you didn't know, there is the OpenSUSE conference 2025 that is going on from June 26th to June 28th. So that's a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in Setbau, that is located in Nuremberg. So for the people that are nearby, maybe you want to attend. There are going to be a few presentations, even some of them related to uni. I will be presenting there regarding the status of uni and what has been going on the last year, and maybe what's going on, what's coming up next, and things like this. Yeah, as far as I know, this is going to be local there, but the sessions are recorded, so you can watch it afterwards. And for example, we have one session from one of the community members, from Christian, that you may know, and he's going to present there. For example, I do know that Oscar is presenting remotely as well. Victor will be presenting, and maybe some more people that I forgot about. But yeah, if you are not very far from Nuremberg, it's definitely worth attending. Regarding the next community hours, they collide with the OpenSUSE conference, and I am going to be in the OpenSUSE conference. So I am not really sure what is going to happen, but as usual, this will be shared via the usual means. So expect an email, yeah, either confirming the community hours or saying whether there are any changes, or in case it's not possible, canceling them. And last but not least, as we have some new members in the community today, specifically the World Summer of Code students, just to let you know that in case during all that any time you want to present anything at the uni community hours, you can do so, and you can reach to me in Gitter, for example, or send me an email, or any mean that you find suitable. Or in case you don't see that I'm very responsive because I miss your notification, let your mentor know, and they will tell me for sure. So with that, any other question? Anything else? Okay, yeah, a little bit late, but the screen was too small. But if you Google, if you look up in your favorite search engine, OpenSUSE events, you will see that the first event is the OpenSUSE conference, and you can even see the detailed calendar and the timetable of the conference. So, anything else? Anyone? Yeah, Ahmed?
Yep. Just a quick question that came to my mind. Simon, am I pronouncing the name right? Is it Simon or?
It's Xiwen,
Okay, Simon. Yeah.
but it's okay.
Cool. Yeah, no. Thank you. Okay, so you mentioned the Salt event processor. The problem was that having it on the same server with the website, that makes the website sometimes not function correctly, or I didn't catch this part today. So.
It's like sharing because many things are initialized from the Tomcat server, so they use the like they have resource compute problems.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yep, thank you. I love the slides, by the way. Very
Thank
nice.
you.
Okay. Anything else? By the way, Julio was so nice to share the link for you regarding the OpenSUSE conference, so you have it in the chat as well. With that, I guess we can wrap up. So thanks a lot for everyone for attending. Also, especially to the presenters. Glad to see the new faces. So nothing else to say. Enjoy the rest of the day for everyone, or the afternoon, evening in Europe already, and the free day ahead. Happy hacking, and hope to see you soon. So I'm going to
Happy
stop.
hacking.
Happy hacking. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.